Storytelling is one of the most powerful tools in marketing, but did you know that 92% of consumers prefer ads that feel like stories? Or that brands with strong storytelling are 22 times more memorable than those who stick to traditional sales tactics? It's true, storytelling isn't just a trend, it's a game changer. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the hidden power of storytelling and why it's your brand's secret weapon. We'll explore how stories can trigger emotions, build trust, and keep your audience coming back for more. Plus, we'll show you how to turn boring facts into compelling narratives that your customers can't resist. Stick around for a step-by-step guide on crafting your own brand story that will captivate your audience and boost your business. Whether you're a small startup or a big-name brand, storytelling can take your marketing to a whole new level. Ready to discover why stories win? Let's get started. Chapter 1: Beyond the Pitch. Why storytelling triumphs over sales. Storytelling in marketing is more than just a strategy, it's a game changer. It's about creating a deeper connection with your audience, moving beyond the typical buy now pitch. Studies show that people are 22 times more likely to remember a story than a fact alone. In fact, 92% of consumers prefer ads that feel like a story. This shift is no surprise. In today's world, where attention spans are short, capturing emotions through storytelling makes your brand unforgettable. Think of how Nike's "Just Do It" is more than just a slogan, it's a story of determination, success, and personal growth. The best part? This story taps into universal emotions that people can relate to, no matter where they come from. By putting emotion first, brands can drive loyalty and engagement in ways traditional ads simply can't. So, why stick to just pushing products when you can push a compelling narrative? Chapter 2: The Psychology of Persuasion. How stories activate the brain. There's a science behind why storytelling is so powerful. According to research by Paul Zak, a professor at Claremont Graduate University, storytelling triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This chemical makes us trust others and feel more connected. That means when a brand tells a story, it doesn't just stick in your mind, it also strengthens the emotional bond with you. But it gets even better. Studies show that stories are processed by the brain as if we're experiencing them firsthand. This transportation theory explains why a well-told story can change attitudes and even behavior. In fact, 92% of people say that they trust brands more when they feel emotionally connected to them. Your audience isn't just listening, they're feeling what you feel. When you speak to people's hearts, they don't just remember you, they act. Chapter 3: From Facts to Feelings. Transforming data into narrative gold. Numbers can be boring, but stories make them come to life. A clever marketer can turn raw data into a narrative that sparks interest. For example, imagine showing a report about how a company's new product increased sales by 50%. Sounds dry, right? But now, imagine framing it as a story of how the product helped a struggling small business grow from the brink of closure to a thriving success. That emotional twist grabs attention in a way that raw facts can't. According to a study from the Journal of Marketing Research, consumers remember data better when it's embedded in a story. It's not just about presenting numbers, it's about showing their impact through real-life examples. Storytelling adds context, personality, and meaning, making the data feel personal and relatable. When you combine facts with a compelling narrative, you make the information stick in a way statistics alone never could. Chapter 4: Brand Stories. The unsung heroes of customer loyalty. The real magic of storytelling in marketing is its ability to create lasting customer relationships. It's no secret that loyal customers are worth more. A study by Harvard Business Review found that a 5% increase in customer retention can lead to a 95% increase in profits. And one of the most powerful ways to retain customers is by telling stories that resonate. When customers feel connected to a brand's story, they're more likely to stick around. Take Coca-Cola's "Share a Coke" campaign, which personalized bottles with names. It was more than a marketing gimmick, it was a story about connection and sharing moments with loved ones. Brands that tell stories about their values, their mission, or the people behind the products invite consumers to become a part of their journey. It's not just about selling, it's about belonging. When customers see your brand story as part of their own, they're more likely to stay loyal for the long haul. Chapter 5: Plot Twists and Surprises. How unexpected stories capture attention. Sometimes, the best stories are the ones that break expectations. A good plot twist doesn't just capture attention, it leaves a lasting impression. Think about the Old Spice "The Man Your Man Could Smell Like" campaign. It started as a typical, almost cheesy ad but then took a sharp turn into absurd humor, completely defying what people expected from a product like Old Spice. The result? It went viral, with a 125% increase in sales. Surprises make stories unforgettable. Surprising endings or unexpected takes on a familiar narrative, catch people off guard and keep them engaged. A twist doesn't have to be shocking, it just needs to make the audience think differently about the message. If your story makes people go, "Wow, I didn't see that coming," they're much more likely to talk about it, share it, and remember it. Creativity doesn't just get attention, it keeps it. Chapter 6: Mastering the Narrative. Tools and tips to craft your own story. Now that you know the power of storytelling, how do you create your own? First, start with a clear message. Whether you're selling a product or promoting a cause, make sure your story has a point. The best stories often follow a simple structure: a relatable character, your customer, a challenge or problem, and a resolution, how your product or service solves that problem. This structure mirrors the hero's journey, a timeless storytelling framework used for centuries in books, films, and advertisements. Also, remember the importance of authenticity. Consumers can spot a fake story from a mile away. Research shows that 63% of consumers want brands to deliver a more authentic experience. Share your true story, even if it's messy or imperfect. People value honesty. Lastly, know your audience. Tailor your story to their desires, challenges, and aspirations. If you speak to their emotional triggers, they'll respond. Your brand's narrative can be its most valuable asset, if you craft it with care, creativity, and authenticity. Thanks for sticking with us through these tips on storytelling. If you want more strategies to help your brand stand out, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more marketing secrets to share with you.